Namaste, yogis. It's Adrienne with How Yoga Changed My Life, a podcast. Happy Monday. Hope you're having a great week before 4th of July on Friday. Hopefully you'll get to celebrate with some friends and family and fireworks and lots of great food. Today's episode, I'm excited to share a reading from Scott Herman. This is Scott's book, and it is called Yoga Flow Through the Alphabet. It's a story of survival, strength, and self-discovery. You can get this book on Amazon. We're going to link it in our show notes. So take a listen to a reading from Scott's book. He'll walk us through the first letter of the alphabet, A. I'm going through the words arrive, accept, acknowledge, and anxiety. We hope you enjoy the episode. Please share it with a friend. Go out and support Scott. Purchase his book on Amazon. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and we will see you soon. Take care, yogis.
Namaste, friends. Thank you for being here. My name is Scott Herman, and I'll be reading from the book that I wrote, Yoga Flow Through the Alphabet, A Journey of Healing and Self-Discovery. As I read, I encourage you to find your breath that resonates with you today. That can be a box breath or a deep breath, whatever it is, whatever you're feeling. I also encourage you to come back and visit this as many times as you need to, and just each time maybe do a different breath to sit with you that day. Let's go ahead and find a spot on our yoga mat or a bolster or a chair. Get comfortable. I invite you to close your eyes, unless of course you're driving. Please keep your eyes open. There are 26 letters in the alphabet. The book was written this way. We're going to be reading letter A today. Hopefully it will resonate with you in some way. And remember, this is my story and my struggles. They are mine. Your story and your struggle is also just as valid, and it is yours. The more we can share with each other, the more we can learn from each other. And the more we can learn from each other, the more we can grow. I went to a yoga retreat. Life often throws us in situations we didn't choose. It's how we respond to that defines our character. When I arrived at my first yoga retreat, I was filled with anticipation for personal growth and connection. I headed to the retreat as a volunteer, which made it more affordable, and I do love to volunteer. Arriving there, we were asked to pick our duty assignments. I picked the coffee house area. Having been a barista before, I thought it would be a great fit. The downside was we had to be up before everyone else. I would rise at 4 a.m. to get to the coffee house with 4 of the other volunteers. The coffee house was a blast. I got to meet everyone at the retreat and enjoyed being around such great humans. As volunteers, we were expected to serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner to the yogis participating in the retreat. There were 100 of us, 98 women and 2 men, just me and one other guy. As volunteers, we would serve meals, clean up, and set up for the next meal. My excitement for being at the retreat quickly turned into frustration when I was assigned garbage duty. My inside voice was murmuring, I have this job only because I am a man. I found myself questioning why I had to take out the trash, feeling as though my gender defined my role rather than my feelings to serve. It felt unfair, and I was angry. At that moment, I faced a choice. I could remain upset, or I could embrace the situation. I decided to do both. Each meal came with a pile of garbage, and as I took out the trash, I began to feel the weight of my frustrations alongside the bags I was carrying. One day, as I dumped the garbage, I envisioned each bag filled with my burden. With every toss, I felt lighter, shedding layers of frustration, insecurity, and doubt. What began as a chore transformed into an unexpected therapy session. I was throwing away not just trash, but my worries and fears, symbolically releasing them into the universe. Serving alongside almost 100 women was another surprising gift. In this space, I felt warmth and acceptance that was foreign yet comforting. I realized that being one of only 2 men at the retreat allowed me to experience a profound sense of belonging. There was no fear for my safety. Instead, I felt welcomed, loved, and honored, a feeling that was both new and powerful. At the retreat, I learned that struggles can create beauty and freedom in the most unexpected moments. Sometimes a simple act of letting go can lead to profound transformation. Going to the retreat and finding new respect for women has helped me be a better person for my wife and myself. I am sure it helped with a cell phone glitch that nearly derailed our relationship, when I first started dating. A story told later in the chapter. I was able to remain calm in a situation I knew I couldn't control. Next up, we're going to go over 4 words that I've used in my yoga practices and teaching. But before that, I just ask us all to get maybe regrounded. Sit with a minute for that story and find out how it resonated with you, any similarities, any differences. And just take a few breaths here. As we continue to find our breath and reliving that story a little bit, we can find our first letter word, acceptance. We can embrace where we are right now, embrace how and accept how that story felt for you, and I can accept how the story felt reading it. We cannot change yesterday, just like I cannot change the reading of this story, so it's important to accept our present situation. We cannot predict tomorrow, so all we truly have is today, this very moment. Acceptance is not the same as happiness. It's about recognizing where you are so you can learn and grow from it. So I encourage you on your next breath just to accept everything that you have. I need you to release all that energy and love on your exhale. We can come into our arrival. How did we arrive today? How did we arrive onto our mat? How did it feel before the story started? How do we feel afterwards? Each situation is a different arrival in its own. In yoga, allow yourself to fully arrive with everything you are at the time. For this book, arriving means being ready and open. Each time you come to class, work, or any situation, notice how you feel, your breath, and your energy. It will be different each time. The fun part is it will always be you in that moment. Even if you don't feel completely present, showing up, especially when you don't want to, can be an amazing gift of self-love and acceptance. Let's go back to our breath, going over the story in those first 2 words. Accepting and arriving. Inhale all the goodness, greatness, and energy that we're feeling, and exhale it all back to everybody else. The next letter A word is acknowledge. Acknowledge how you arrived, your breath, and that you are here for yourself. Recognize your thoughts, feelings, and any distractions. The more we acknowledge the things we bring with us to yoga and to our daily lives, the better we can accept our current state and move forward from there. A few more breaths, and then we'll get to the final word. Notice if your breath changes, knows we're coming towards an end. Does it get more full? Does it get scattered? How are the words sitting with you today? If you're listening and you've read the book before, how are they sitting with you and how are they different from before? The last letter A word is anxiety. In yoga, it's common to feel pressure to be flexible or to perform each pose perfectly. Release this anxiety and remember that all you need to do is show up. Focus on how you feel in each pose rather than how you look. We won't look like the instructor or the person in a video because we are not them and they are not us. Let go of anxiety, accept and acknowledge how you have arrived, and appreciate that you have shown up, which is already an accomplishment in itself. Let anxiety be your guide, not your enemy. We'll take a few more breaths, and then each chapter finishes with a yoga pose. Let's get recentered and regrounded if we need to, and then we'll go over our first yoga pose. The yoga pose, letter A, is what we call easy pose. Easy pose is the seated posture that promotes relaxation and centeredness, finding peace within yourself. This pose encourages mindfulness and connection to your breath. So as we close, I just encourage you to maybe get into the easy pose or simply stay where you're at, reflecting on the story and how it felt for you, reflecting on the 4 words, arrive, accept, acknowledge, anxiety. Did one sit with you more than the other? As you continue to breathe, I just encourage you to keep finding your breath, keep finding yourself, and keep showing up. Thank you for being here. I am happy, honored, and humbled to be able to share my book with you, to share this time with you. Namaste. Have a wonderful day. If you'd like any more information, you can feel free to find me on my website. SpiritHerman.com. Thank you again, friends.